Hi, I'm Rob. I make it better. That's what I do. A few days ago, one of my guys was out playing in Southern Europe. He was playing with the local club pro, the guy who teaches golf swing mechanics to beginners and golfers, or you know, do lessons, all that stuff. Then around, the club pro told my guy that he needed to put his thumb back to, the modern golf grip, And my guy was trying to explain to the local club pro that's not going to work out because it's going to get worse and all that shit. And the local club pro, he didn't know. Anyways, they were about to play a par 4, so the club pro walks out there and he hooks the drive. And my guy went up to hit the drive, middle of fairway, middle of green with a wedge. Now, if I tell people this all the time, right? But people are gonna try to change you. All you need to do is to improve your golf game. If you pay attention to this channel, change your grip to the one Hans used and they put out there. Way open stance and tilt and lift, and do that for about 6 months, and your game is gonna improve. And when you meet people, who are either friends or they hang out at Golf Air X or with two pros, they're gonna tell you to change your grip because everybody is telling you that because they think they know what you're talking about. They don't. You're gonna get worse. I had clients when I was working with people. I can't do that anymore, and some of them have been in therapy, right? And I had this girl. She'd been in therapy for a couple of years. She calls me up and said, I found you online and said, I want to come up and see you, but my therapist tells me it's not a good idea. And I said, well, it's up to you. What's that? I mean, why should you let the therapist control your life? That doesn't make sense to me. It's like, having Elon Musk as a, boss like that, right? Yeah, you have to work 120 hours this week. And you go, no, you're fired. That's Elon Musk way, by the way. So she comes up, see me, I work with her, she improves, gets better. She goes back home, calls me up a few weeks, and she tells me, I continue to go in therapy. She said, but every time I go there, I feel worse and worse after the session. What should I do? And I told her, well, if you get worse after the session, why, the answer is kind of obvious then. It's not to be or not to be, it's kind of obvious then. Just a quit therapy. Came up for another session, no problem whatsoever. She was now fixed, helped, whatever you call it. But people in golf are the same. It's basically like a religion, if you ask me. They're gonna tell you that this is the way because every tuber is doing this. No, not everybody. So this guy who came to my YouTube channel, so every tuber is doing. No, not everybody. There is actually one guy, Miles Teller. You can check him up. Miles Teller. He's not doing that. No, I mean, people are weird out there in the world. I mean, in Sweden, for example, we speak Swedish, right? And in China, they speak Chinese, right? No, they don't. They speak Mandarin, which in our language is a fruit. So Chinese people speak fruit language. It's kind of weird if you think about it. And I think a lot of countries kind of miss the point with the country name. Australians should speak Australians, not English, because it's kind of weird if you think about it a while. People come, what is he talking about? I'm talking about if you do what I tell you, you're gonna get better. I had another guy who's been trying for 20 years. He tried, recently. Couple of years, this miraculous golf swing that's on YouTube, by the way, it doesn't work. He tried everything for 20 years, nothing gets him better. He started doing what I told people to do, change your grip and stuff like that, and he's been improving. He hit 30 yards longer with the pitching wedge and stuff like that, right? He has so many bad habits, all those things that people learn to do, like they teach you to do, because the modern golf instruction is broken. Jordan Spieth, for example, was playing pretty well in a tournament recently, for once. He basically lost his game. He's good enough to stay on tour, but he's not really good enough to win, really. He become kind of the typical 2 pro level, But he was good, but he was destroyed by golf swing gurus. Ideas of mechanics. He's playing pretty well, and then out of nowhere he just sliced the ball. And then he managed a hell of a recovery shot, but he doesn't want to do that because saving par is okay, but it's more fun to trying to make birdies instead, playing middle of fairway, hitting greens. So why does he do that? They can't fix it. Like this club pro with my guy. They believe this is the way. And if people use that logic, you can do it like, 1 billion people speak Mandarin. That's Chinese, by the way. Maybe you should too. Because there's more people in China than in your country. So you should change your language. People go, well, I'm not going to do that. And I'm saying, I speak 2 languages. I speak Swedish and English, kind of. Because I'm not from, one of those countries. So, what is the English I speak? Sven English? Think about it for a moment. May hit you. So I'm really happy for my guy. By the way, he's 65, 66, something like that. Basically a senior now. And he just tells this club pro to shaft it, that I'm not gonna change because you tell me to, because you don't know what you're doing. I'm following this guy in Sweden who is the best golf instructor in the world, and what I've been doing with him, it makes me better. And when people hear that, well, I think that's what he said. I don't know if I'm exaggerating here, I'm paraphrasing, as people like to say, and. Yeah, the information is here, but you have to do it. I'm not going to explain why. You build bad habits, you have to fix them, and this will fix them. Second thing they will do, it will improve your game, slowly but surely, and you can't go wrong with it, but you have to do it. It's nothing to understand, you have to do it, and work on it, and learn to relax and all that stuff. I'm just saying, when I was working with people, I had so many people coming to me and telling me that they've been in therapy and it didn't work. And I said, yes, I know why, because the unconscious mind doesn't exist. I was working with dyslexics for many years and I developed a way to overcome dyslexia. That's foolproof also, always going to work with every dyslexic. So if you're a parent, you can check my other YouTube channel with dyslexia. It's overcome dyslexia, and you can apply that in your home with your kid. The kid won't be dyslexic anymore. There's no one else out there in the world that can claim that, but I can. Have fun, guys, ladies, everybody else, especially everybody else, because they need help, and someone needs to protect them.